losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we winning though. They used to tell me never in my life.
Come on, folks. I'm K-Spade, and you guys are watching a new episode of Strong Arm Sports. Who I got with me, man?
I'm your boy, Paris 57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports. Let's go, Spade. Let me kick it off. Going to jump right into some NFL news, man. It's been some.
Gonna dive right in like that?
Yeah, I'm just going to dive right in.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Listen, it's been a lot of news coming out of San Diego, man. And with the draft right around the corner, you think of the Chargers like, okay, maybe they about to make some moves, you know, get Phillip Rivers some help. No, if you guys don't know, the San Diego Chargers will maybe be moving to Los Angeles. And Phillip Rivers isn't happy about it. Phillip Rivers said if they move to LA, he's not going to re-up with the team. He don't want to relocate his family. And that has the San Diego Chargers a little upset. So now they are considering trading, Phillip Rivers to the Tennessee Titans for the #2 pick in the draft. And it got me to thinking, Phillip Rivers don't want to relocate his family. San Diego to LA is probably like 100, 200 miles apart. He'd rather move him all the way to Tennessee? I mean, I don't know where Phillip Rivers is from. Go ahead.
That ain't where he said he necessarily want to be. He just said he don't want to be in LA. Okay,
so you don't think he would re-up with Tennessee?
I don't know. I mean, it's funny to me to hear him say, I don't want to uproot my family. Is it another team in San Diego I don't know about? What you going to play for, the San Diego Argonauts? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Who the hell else he going to play for?
I have no clue, man.
For one, man, I have never been a Phillip Rivers fan. And it's not necessarily because of his play on the field. He's real abrasive. He comes across like an asshole. It really ain't a nice way to put it. I remember when he and, who was it? Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler was playing for Denver.
The Broncos.
And you know, of course, Denver, San Diego, they always have been rivals or whatnot.
Yeah.
And, you know, San Diego was getting the best of the Broncos. And, you know, Jay Cutler was just, you know, Jay he don't mess with nobody. He ain't no trash talker. He's just out there looking goofy. That's what Jay Cutler does better than anybody other than Eli Manning. They the two goofiest looking dudes in the league. But Jay Cutler just out there doing Jay Cutler. And I remember Phillip Rivers was just like on the edge of the sideline, just yelling stuff on the field, just taunting that dude. And I was like, why is he doing that? Like, I'm not accustomed to seeing quarterbacks go that hard. I really don't like the dude. I think this is probably just his way of saying he want to be out of San Diego. I would rather him just say he want to be out of San Diego because, I mean, you play a professional sport for a team. It's always a possibility that you could be traded. Your family shouldn't be that rooted anyway. At any given time, you guys can be gone. But I tell you what makes moving better, being rich while you're doing it. So I think you'll be all right, Phillip. You and your family will be okay.
Let me speak on Phillip Rivers. You know, I don't really hate Phillip Rivers like you do or dislike him as much as you. I happen to like Phillip Rivers as a quarterback. He never won anything. And maybe that could be because he's in that division and, you know, Denver's been cooking in that division. But, I mean, he always have San Diego in contention. My problem is using the I don't want to move my family. Your family don't have to move. Like, they could, even if you go play in Tennessee or New York or Miami or wherever you go, they can stay in San Diego and keep their life or whatever. All that can stay there. Like, you got to go move. You got to go play half the year. You know what I mean? You can work during the offseason. You can still work out in San Diego. Go be with your family. I mean, your family can come visit you. I mean, you rich. Get a hotel. They can stay there. Get a suite. Plane. Yeah, man. Like, they could come see you. My last point is about Tennessee. For Tennessee to be even considering this trade, they actually came out earlier in the week, probably on Sunday, I think it was, and they actually said that Mettenberger was I actually tweeted it, that he's a poor man's Tom Brady. Like, if he's a poor man Tom Brady, he's homeless. Like, that's how poor he is. Like, he's homeless. he's homeless. So if they think Mettenberger is a poor man's Tom Brady, why are they considering trading for Phillip Rivers? I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I think Phillip Rivers, I agree with you. I think he just went out of San Diego. Just say you went out of San Diego. Pick where you want to go. And, you know, if wherever they trade you, you ain't got to re-up, and then you can make your moves from there. But I just don't understand why you just can't move 100 miles down the road. It's still California. Like, I don't understand it. But that's all I got for this. That's all I got for this topics, babe. We can move on.
All right, well, I got some more news. We kind of talking NFL, so let's continue to talk NFL. Kind of.
Okay.
This is kind of not NFL.
Okay.
So recently, man, for those of you that don't know, Russell Wilson did play baseball in college. He was a second baseman.
Okay.
And, you know, apparently he goes and he works out. Let me get my stats right. I don't want to tell you guys a lie. He does spring training with the Texas Rangers. That's exactly what he does, all right? So he was asked, like, why don't you pursue being a two-sport athlete? And he says, you know, I never want to give up on my dream of playing baseball, and that's something that I may do. And I don't know if he was just in the groove of answering questions and just saying whatever, or if he is seriously considering being a two-sport athlete. Now, before you guys jump me, that has happened before. This wouldn't be the first time, but it's different with a quarterback, because if you know how the seasons go, the baseball season runs into the NFL season. I remember Bo Jackson would miss some games early in the season because he would still be with the Kansas City Royals. So how the hell does a football team make it without their quarterback? Like, you're the quarterback. You got to be there. I don't know. Am I tripping? How you feel about it?
Well, what I want Russell Wilson to do, and I mean, I know people are like, well, who are you? What I want Russell Wilson to do, I want him to concentrate on football. You know, you mentioned Bo Jackson, and Deion Sanders did the same thing. Deion Sanders was another guy. Deion would come at game time. Like, he would get flown in by helicopter by the bird. Game time. Like, it would be game time, Deion. I still have on baseball crap or football crap and go in the locker room and change. So you know, it hasn't happened a lot. Those are two of the guys that we named. But Russell Wilson, to me, he needs to concentrate more on football. Because if you was to ask, like, who's your elite quarterbacks, Russell Wilson's name wouldn't be in that category. Now, he has taken his team to the Super Bowl, twice? Took his team to the Super Bowl twice. But that's more of a team thing over there in Seattle. I think he needs to work on being better at his craft, because if you rewind, when they played against Green Bay was up big, and Russell Wilson kind of put Seattle in that hole with them picks. Like, he put him in that hole. So, he did, man. He did. He put him in that hole. But, you know, if somebody was to say, give me the best guy on Seattle, you wouldn't say Russell Wilson. You'd probably say Sherman or Beast Mode. Like, Russell Wilson ain't even the best guy on his team. So what I want him to do is concentrate more on football. Like, you mentioned Bo Jackson, I mentioned Deion. To me, those guys was elite at the positions they played. They were the elite guy at the position they played when they played. And I don't think Russell Wilson is that. You need to concentrate more on being an NFL quarterback. Russell Wilson.
Now, I'm going to say this, and then we can move forward. I agree with you, but I kind of agree for a different reason. It sounds like you want him to stay put because you kind of question his football ability. I want him to stay put because I question his baseball ability. I got some of his numbers here. Over 3 seasons, he hit 5 home runs in 3 seasons, and he batted .282. So he wasn't exactly just killing it out there anyway, and this was collegiate. Now, don't get me wrong, he was drafted, what does it say here, in the 4th round by the Rockies. You know how that whole thing goes. This is in the 2010 MLB draft, right? And played 2 seasons in minor league. But what I'm saying is, if you wasn't really killing it at the collegiate level, it's a learning curve there. So then you're going to be playing, you know, lower league, minor league ball or whatever. I don't know. I feel like unless you're the man over there, like right now, you kind of the man right here. Or some people feel like this whole thing was a ploy, because for those that don't know, Russell's still on that rookie contract. So, you know what I'm saying? As of a couple of months ago, the negotiations weren't really going in any direction. And, of course, we know this man want to be paid. He deserved to be paid. So I don't know if he's saying this to mess with them. Like, you know what?
I mean,
I might just go play baseball, you know, to try to up his value. So I don't know. I don't think he really wants to do it. I hope he don't. Russell,
you could be
don't do that, bro.
I agree. Moving on.
That's all I got, man.
Moving on. Let's talk about our favorite sucky team. You know, they a controversial team on here. We still in the NFL, by the way. The Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns. I know Cleveland is back on SAS. So the Cleveland Browns released their new uniforms, and they have 9 color combinations. And Spade, I'm pretty sure, I think the president or something said something. Tell me what the president said, Spade. What he said?
The president said that they could be the Oregon Ducks of the NFL with all these different uniform combinations. They could wear a different uniform combination every day for like 2 months straight. They like the Oregon Ducks.
Man, now let me tell you something. Now, see, my old football coach used to tell me, Spade, he said, man, if you look pretty in your uniform, you play pretty. That's what he used to tell us. But let me tell you something. That didn't amount to a lot of, you know what I mean? It didn't amount to a lot of L's. We felt like we was pretty, but we caught some fades. Now, I think the same thing can happen for the Cleveland Browns, man. Everybody, you know, when they said we got a new logo, their logo was the same thing, different color face mask. Had everybody clowning Cleveland. They changed their jersey.
They had a new logo, and we was like, we didn't even know y'all had a logo.
Yeah.
Turns out they was talking about the face mask.
And they changed oranges. Like, they went from like light orange to like ashy orange. So
now I think it actually went from like gray to orange, or orange to gray, or maybe brown to orange. It's something real subtle, but it's
crazy. But I mean, I think having new uniforms, you know, new uniforms to me, if this was college, that would definitely help them in recruiting. Because Oregon, I think a lot of the kids just want to go to Oregon because they want to be able to change up all them jerseys. Now, I don't know if this is going to help them in free agency, but it definitely helps them with a fan base. Because their fan base can get excited. Okay, we got new jerseys. You can get these new jerseys. Be excited about until they go 4-12. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, right now, I think, you know, the new jerseys can help get the fan base excited. How do you feel about the new jersey, Spade?
Well, first of all, the fans going to be pissed because the fans like wearing that Tim Couch jersey. So unless you're going to print a Tim Couch jersey in these new colors, the fans aren't interested. But seriously, though, jokes aside, I want to hear the team president talk about, you know, plans to get more wins. Okay. I don't even think you should be able to get new uniforms and you out there getting scrubbed up. Why? Why you getting new uniforms? Don't get new uniforms. Get a new playbook. Get some new players. Get a quarterback that ain't drunk in the club, Johnny. So I don't know, man. Hopefully it does change the culture.
Go ahead. Spade, in Cleveland defense, though, they didn't have a bad year for Cleveland last year. Like, I think they went 7-9 or something.
Asterisk. You just put an asterisk by them.
Yeah, but I mean, I think if Cleveland was to end up 8-8, that's a win. Like, if I was a Cleveland Browns fan and we go 8-8, I'm like, yes, because there's been a lot of 3-13s and 2-14s and 4-12s in there, man. So new jerseys, maybe they can get enough energy to get 1 or 2 more wins. You know, keep the nucleus together. I don't know who's gonna be their QB, but keep the nucleus together. And I think I think they could probably get 1 or 2 more wins. Maybe they'll end up 9-7, 8-8. No?
Well, you just said you don't even know who their quarterback is. The only definite that I know is that Josh Gordon probably gonna go blaze up. They done lost Jordan Cameron. He ain't there anymore. You don't know who the quarterback is. I don't know that I feel good if I'm a Browns fan. If the best news I got is we got 9 uniform combinations coming off the offseason, I ain't feeling too tough. So hopefully they kill it in the draft and do something to help them moving forward.
I agree.
All right, but let's change sports if you're all right with that. I'm all NFL out. I talk NFL. Okay. I want to go see NFL, and, you know, we can't do that right now. So let's get back to the NBA, man.
All right.
The NBA season is drawing to a close. It has been a pretty exciting season. We got like a 4-man race for MVP. We got some new exciting teams leading their conferences. You got Atlanta in the East. You got Golden State in the West. And speaking of Golden State, you and I off camera, we always talk about who we think give them the most trouble in that 8th spot, you know, in that first round of the playoffs. And I was just wondering, kind of wanted to get your opinion. Of course, we know that you got the New Orleans Pelicans fighting for that 8th spot. And you also got OKC fighting for that spot. So as far as from the fans' perspective, from your perspective, which series would you rather see? Pelicans or Thunder?
I would rather see the Thunder, just because I want more Russell. I'm one of them guys that like Russell. I want my Russell Westbrook. That's what I want. So I think Russell Westbrook, Enes Kanter, those type of guys, those 2 guys going up. I mean, Serge, like, he's not going to be back. It don't look like KD's going to be back. I think Russell Westbrook, with his will and determination, going up against the Warriors, I don't think it's going to be enough. But I think it would be a better series to watch than New Orleans versus Golden State, in my opinion. Now it looks like the Pelicans may get in. They do have the tiebreaker right now. They both have the same record in the 8th spot right now. It looks like the Pelicans may get in unless they lose, I think, tomorrow or the day after. But to me, the better series is the Thunder versus the Warriors. What about you, though?
I gotta agree. I honestly don't think either team stands a chance against these Warriors.
I mean, I agree. Me neither.
We want to see excitement, and if Russell ain't anything else, he is exciting. Yeah. He gonna come out there and just go bananas. They might still lose, but he might score 40, 50 points and just have, 3 to 5 highlights easy. So I think that's the more exciting game to watch.
Okay.
I wouldn't be mad, though. I wouldn't be mad if the Pelicans, end up clinching the spot, which it looks like they might. Anthony Davis is a new star in this league, man, and, he's exciting to watch as well. Not nearly as explosive as Russell, but still exciting to watch. So I wouldn't be mad either way, but my vote definitely would be OKC.
Okay, now that's as a fan. Now, as the better series, do you think it would be the Pelicans and the Warriors? Because, I mean, if you look at the Pelicans roster, they have AD, they got Ryan Anderson, they got Tariq Evans. Drew Holiday just came back. They got Eric Gordon. He came back from injury. I mean, they got Omer Sheik. I mean, they have a nice little squad over there in New Orleans that could probably at least, you don't think they could be competitive against the Warriors at all? You think it'll be a sweep?
Nah, I give them one game.
I give them one game. Okay. Yeah. Do you think the Thunder would be a sweep?
Nah, I can't say that either. But believe it or not, man, I would probably. It's tough, man, because they're depleted, but I think Russell would will that team to 2 of those wins. I really do.
Okay. I mean, it's definitely good for argument. So I want to know what you guys think down below and down here. You guys have been showing so much love, man.
Haven't they? Though?
Man, I can't get over it, man. We do this show, we put the show up. You guys head right to the comment section, whether you agree or disagree with us. You guys go in there and you try and change our minds, or you agree with us, and y'all conversing amongst yourselves, like y'all talking to each other. We love that. So I want to know what you guys think. Which one of those teams would be a better out for the Warriors? Like, which one of them would be a better series in you guys' opinion? Leave your comments below. You ready to move on, homie?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, moving on. The NBA season, as you said, is winding down. We about to get into the playoffs, and they got us to start thinking about awards. So we talked about who we have for MVP already. Who's the NBA Coach of the Year, Spade? Who's your Coach of the Year?
Coach of the Year?
Coach of the Year.
Man, to me, I don't even think they calling it Coach of the Year this year. They calling it Mike Budenholzer, Buttonholzer, whatever his name is. The Atlanta Hawks coach, by far, I don't care. All of us think we got big sport knowledge busting out of our heads. You can ask anybody before this season start what the Hawks gonna do this year, and nobody
you right,
foresaw this happening. Nobody.
You right.
And the way he got those guys playing, the way they're playing so unselfishly. People keep saying they're the Spurs, but really, I don't know. They might be, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they're better than the Spurs, but I'm saying in terms of not having a definitive leader or a definitive go-to guy, I think this is something different, because I still feel like Tony Parker is the scoring leader for the Spurs. When they need points, they give it to TP, but we don't know who the hell gonna get the ball in Atlanta. I like what they're doing out there, and I feel like he deserves a lot of the credit, a lot of it.
Now, let me tell you, I was going to make an argument for Steve Kerr. I was going to make an argument for Greg Popovich. I was going to make an argument for Brad Stevens. I was going to make an argument for Thibodeau in Chicago with all the injuries he had. I was going to make an argument for my man in Houston, Kevin McHale, because all the injuries he dealt with.
Wait, bro. So you was going to make an argument for all these people, but not Black? Not Black?
Who?
Black.
No, get Black out of here.
He never coached, and he got his team second in the East.
Man, we done SAS about what? 29, 30 episodes deep. You know LeBron coached that team. Stop it.
I know that, but hey,
stop it. Listen, no, Blatt is not in there. But I was gonna make an argument for all those guys until up until last week, I still wasn't a believer in Atlanta. I still wasn't a believer. I still wasn't, man. But you know what? Coach of the year has to go to Coach Bud. It does, man. It gotta go to the Hawks coach, man. Like, what he have, man. I know what you just said. If you would have asked me before the season, what do I have the Hawks finishing? I'd have been like, oh yeah, they a playoff team, but they out in the first round. They out of here in the first round. But it gotta go to Coach Bud, man. He has those guys playing phenomenal. I mean, Millsap went down. Some dude named Muscala came in there and was putting up doubles. Like the way he has those guys playing together, their chemistry, the way they gel together. I mean, look, Teague sit out. Like he really turned them into the Spurs, Spade. Teague sit out. Here tells Teague, take the night off. Carol, take the night off. Man, Sheldon Mack and Dennis Schroeder are coming in and they're cooked.
Scott. Yeah,
Mike
Kent
Scott.
Bazemore, all these dudes.
Way he has those guys playing, man, is phenomenal. And I gotta give Coach Bud my coach of the year. So it's rare, but I'm gonna agree with you. I'm
so sure that this is like a landslide that I'm gonna be shocked if I see in the comment section that somebody want to give it to anybody else. Somebody may say Steve Kerr.
Yeah, they're gonna say Steve Kerr.
I couldn't even entertain another name here. I couldn't.
They're gonna say Steve Kerr in the comment section, Spade. I'm pretty sure they got the best record in the league. They got the best record in the league. I accept
that.
They got the best record in the league. So I mean, coach of the year. Who's you guys coach of the year? Leave it down there in the comment section as usual. Let us know your thoughts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna crack a little joke for a minute. You and I both, we in our 30s. You know, we know a little something about getting older, right?
Yeah. I agree.
You get older, man. You stop sugarcoating stuff. You stop being nice to people you don't really care for. You stop laughing at jokes that ain't funny. People be telling me jokes, I just be looking at them. It ain't funny to me. Well, when you get older, you get a little more honest. And that is no more true, or never any more true than this situation right here. Paul Pierce, who, oddly enough, has the nickname The Truth, just recently fired the cannon on the Brooklyn Nets and some of the team, some of the players there. So, in a recent interview, Paul Pierce said that he hated it there. He said it was terrible. He said it was horrible. He said that he was willing to stay there for KG, but they ended up releasing him. And, they didn't re-sign him. And that was a blessing for him. And then he went further. He fired the cannon on two, well-known stars over there. First, Darren Williams. He said before he got over there, he thought Darren Williams was an MVP candidate. But after playing there, he realized that ain't even what Darren wants. He said he don't even want to be that. Now, he did take up for him and said that he come from Utah. Utah's media is nothing like New York's media. And maybe the media came down and just, he couldn't handle that pressure. But he spoke on that. And then he went to Joe Johnson. Now, I've cracked this joke on the show a time or two before. I saw Joe Johnson here in Atlanta when he played for the Hawks. We used to call him Ho Johnson. I have gone to the game, seen Ho Johnson make 2-3 shots in a row, and defer on the next 2 or 3 times down the court. Like, he don't really want to take over. He don't. That's just not in his character. And Paul Pierce pretty much said the same thing. He said that Joe, he doesn't talk. He's quiet. He doesn't want to be a leader. He shies away from being a leader. He said that KG and himself went there thinking these young guys would push him, and they ended up being the push. He said he could understand if it was young guys, but these was veterans that didn't want to play the game and didn't want to practice. Then he went further and said that team would have folded had it not been for him and KG.
Dang.
Wow.
Paul
this guy
Pierce
isn't retired, y'all. He's still in the
Paul Pierce
league.
just
So
out
he
there
gotta
like
deal
bang,
with
bang,
these
bang, bang, bang.
I
God,
know.
Paul.
I mean, rapid fire. He on like a
For
6-kill streak. He about to get a chopper gunner or something.
For real.
He was just going in, yo.
For real. Man,
I definitely believe these comments, especially the ones on Joe Johnson. I've seen Joe defer. I've seen Joe in a game just not want the ball. I've seen it with my own eyes. The comments on Darren Williams, it comes as a shock to me. He has recently peaked his play up. You and I just spoke on it.
He has.
But he definitely disappeared for a while as well. So what do you chalk this up to? Is this Paul Pierce being salty? that they didn't re-sign him? Did he really just get tired of holding all this in and just had to let it go?
Well, I actually think Paul Pierce is speaking the truth, but I want Paul to let sleeping dogs lie. Like, you ain't over there. They asked you if they. I don't know how it came across, but if they asked you about the Nets and your time with the Nets, I'd have been like, I'm a Wizard now. That's old news. But we kind of talked about Darren Williams earlier on episodes of SAS2, saying that this guy was considered one of the best PGs in the game, and last year he fell all the way off. I don't know if it was injuries. I don't know what it was, but he fell all the way off. He kind, like you said, as of late, he's been picking this play up for this, for the Nets trying to make this playoff push. But I mean, I see that. Like, I could see that when Paul Pierce was there last year. I was like, man, what happened to Deron Williams? Like, what happened to this guy? Like, he was in Utah, he was the man. It was him and CP3. That's what everybody used to say. Him and CP3 and Rondo. Them was the guys. I don't know what happened, but I mean, I want Paul Pierce to let sleeping dogs lie. You're not in Brooklyn no more. You're in the play. You're about to go to the playoffs with the Washington Wizards. Go have a successful run there. It don't look like Brooklyn is going to make the playoffs this year. I think they have the 10th spot right now, so it don't look like they're going to get in. There's only like 1 or 2 games left. So just let it go, Paul. Like, I mean, I'm not mad at you saying it. Like you said, you hit that age, you be like, you know what, I'm about to just let people know how I feel. And I think that's where Paul is at. Yeah. I think that's where Paul is at. But just let it go, man. You were Wizards. You playing with John Wall and Bradley Beal. Y'all might have a legitimate shot in the East. Aside, Cleveland is your only competition in the Bulls. So, I mean, just let it go.
Atlanta ain't no comp?
Nah, I don't. Oh, wait. I don't want to have this conversation on camera, Spade. We can talk about this as the playoffs come. Oh, my
God.
Spade.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't do this. We can talk about this as the playoffs come. As the playoffs come, we will touch base on this again.
Oh, we will. We will.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. But, I think that's the only competition is the Cavs, the Bulls, and, maybe Atlanta. I wasn't going to say Atlanta, but maybe Atlanta. But I just want Paul to let it go, Spade. I want him to let it go.
I agree.
Moving on. Got some crazy news coming out of Cleveland. Of all people to be talking, guess who talking, Spade?
Kevin Love?
Nope. J.R. Smith. J.R. Swish. Y'all know him as J.R. Swish. He came out and was making a push for LeBron to be MVP. J.R. Smith came out and said he think LeBron should win MVP every year. Every single year. Just give it to him at the start of the season. He said LeBron went from the Heat, taking the Heat to the championship. Now the Heat didn't even make the playoffs. To the Cavs not making the playoffs last year, to becoming almost a 60-win team in the East. He said LeBron should win MVP every year. Spade, how do you feel about JR's comments?
Well, first of all, let me defend the Heat, because I took offense to that. Okay. He said that LeBron's such a great player. He's 1 year removed from the Heat, and now the Heat can't even make the playoffs. Wait a minute. The Heat have been injury riddled. Nobody could have foreseen what happened to Chris Bosh. Don't act like the Heat over there full power. Full power, that Heat team is in the playoffs, and he knows.
I think they get in as well.
He knows that. So, JR, don't do that. It's absolutely nothing wrong or surprising with JR pushing for his teammate to win the MVP. Jason Terry just did the exact same thing with James Harden. He just came out and basically said that they would only have half of their wins if it wasn't for James Harden. So I don't even take this too seriously. This is typical campaigning. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he's just campaigning for his teammate. I don't have an issue with that. As far as his numbers, LeBron is a legitimate candidate. Let me say that. He's a legitimate candidate. I don't know, man. I feel like this is not his year, but I don't have a problem with JR said. The only thing I got a problem with was the Miami Heat coming. I had a problem with that because he had like the Heat full power over there and they just can't win without LeBron. That's not the case. The Heat done dusted off the Cavs a couple times this season. No, JR, chill out.
Well, let me jump in, Spade, because I'm gonna tell you what, LeBron, you can't win it every year, bro. You can't win it every year. Michael Jordan didn't win it every year he was in the league. And he was the best player in the league. Larry Bird didn't win it every year. Like, these guys did not win it every year. And you can argue that they deserve to win it every year. Like, they deserve to win it every year. Like, you can't win it every year. So, I think it's time for another guy to win it. Spade, you said Harden, I said Curry. I don't, either way, I'm not mad. Some people are saying Westbrook if they make the playoffs. I'm not mad either way. I just don't want to see LeBron win it again. You can't win it every year. Look, hold up, Spade, let me finish. I want J.R. Smith and the Cleveland Cavaliers to be concerned with winning the championship. That's what I want them to be concerned with. Don't all this MVP, man. Win a ring and let LeBron win Finals MVP. Because last time I seen LeBron in the Finals with the Heat, they didn't win. They didn't win it. So I want to see them be concerned about making this run to the playoffs to make it to the finals. That's what I want to see them be more concerned with.
Well, I have a different opinion on whether or not the teammates should campaign. Of course they should. Yeah, they want to win the finals, but they ain't even got to the playoffs yet. You got to take it a day at a time. So the issue at hand right now is MVP, and they trying to ride for their brother. I got no problem with that. But I continued to read, and let me tell you what I found that I did find. This one right here did kind of, pique my interest. Kevin Love, I don't know where he was at to be asked because, he ain't with the woes. Kevin ain't with the woes. But somehow, Kevin Love was asked who's his favorite, who has his vote for MVP, and Kevin Love said Steph Curry. So to me, it's more of a news bit that Kevin Love is not campaigning for his teammate. He feels like Steph Curry should be it.
Man, Kevin Love. Man, every time I hear Kevin Love speak, Spade, this might be getting on topic, but every time I hear Kevin Love speak, I start to think, man, Kevin Love ain't coming back, man. He ain't coming back.
Oh no.
Every time I hear him speak, man, I be like, he ain't coming back. So I don't know. I want to know in the comment section, do you guys have a problem with what J.R. Smith said? Campaigning for LeBron. I want them to be more concerned about this playoff push, this playoff run, making it to the finals. LeBron won MVPs. Let me tell you something. J.R. Smith, LeBron don't need you to campaign for him to win MVP. He won them all these other years without you. He don't need you, homie.
That's true.
He don't need you. He don't need you. You good, Spade?
I'm good. Let me say one thing, man.
Okay.
And you kind of said it, but you know me, I want to put my 2 cents in. Yo, the interaction that you guys give us on this webcast podcast is just so amazing to us. I like the way we talk. It really has a barbershop feel, man. In the comment sections, people don't always agree. That's cool. At the end of the day, I'm a man, you're a man. We don't have to agree as long as we're respectful to one another. And we do that on this show better than anybody. The comment section is always popping. And I like that I really like you guys to come through with facts. It's hard to argue with facts. When you come through and say, Spade, I hear what you're saying, but boom, boom, boom. I'm reading that like, damn, he's right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So keep that up. The more, the better. I love it. But yeah, man, I'm good. I'm going to be quiet now.
As usual, if you got, man, first off, over here on StrongArmSports, our channel over here, we almost there, y'all. We need a couple more. So bang the subscribe button, show your love. We almost there to get our own URL. We want that URL. Bang the subscribe button over here. Share the video as usual. If you're a regular here, bang the like button. It helps the show out. We appreciate all the love. Get in that comment section. Over there on the Fullhouse, we had about 125 comments. We was all in there just chatting it up. It felt like back in the day on Yahoo Chat. Y'all too young. Y'all don't know about Yahoo Chat.
What is that?
Yeah, it felt like that though. That's how it felt like. We was all in there just chopping it up, just talking sports, man. We appreciate that. We thank y'all for tuning in every week, man. As normal, this has been Strong Arm Sports. We'll see you guys next episode.